The land of Zhonghua shimmered like a jade jewel. Nestled between mountains and sea, it was a prize coveted by all. For centuries, it had known peace and prosperity. But that peace was about to be shattered. Two empires, hungry for conquest, turned their greedy eyes towards Zhonghua. To the north lay Frostspire, a land of frozen wastes and fierce warriors. Their empress, Sora, was as beautiful as she was ruthless. She craved Zhonghua's riches for her own. To the west sprawled the blazing Sun Empire. Bathed in eternal sunlight, its people were renowned for their craftsmanship. Emperor Kaito, a stern and ambitious ruler, saw Zhonghua as the key to absolute dominance. The clash was inevitable. Only one empire could claim the prize. Empress Sora gazed out from her ice palace. The aurora borealis danced across the sky, a spectacle of breathtaking beauty. Yet the Empress saw nothing but her own ambition reflected in the swirling lights. Zhonghua would be hers, but she knew brute force wouldn't be enough. Frostspire needed an edge, something unexpected, something deadly. One night a visitor arrived at the palace, a wizened old alchemist with eyes that glittered like gemstones. He spoke of a power unlike any other. The fury of fire harnessed and unleashed with terrifying precision. Empress Sora listened, a slow smile spreading across her lips. This was the answer to her prayers. This was the key to conquering Zhonghua. The alchemist's words ignited a fire in Empress Sora's heart, a fire hotter than any forge. She poured resources into his research. The best craftsmen, the rarest materials, all were placed at his disposal. The goal to weaponize fireworks. It was a challenge unlike any other, taming the volatile nature of gunpowder and fire, shaping it into tools of destruction. But the alchemists of Frostspire were undeterred. They toiled day and night, driven by the Empress's vision. Slowly, painstakingly, they began to make progress. The air crackled with energy. The scent of sulfur hung heavy in the air. Deep within the mountains, Frostspire's forges roared to life. But these were no ordinary forges. Here, amidst the ice and snow, a new kind of weapon was being born. The alchemists, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames, experimented with different mixtures. They tested new designs, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Failures were frequent, often explosive, but they learned from each mistake. Their creations grew ever more sophisticated, more deadly. Section 5. The blazing sun rises. News of Frostspire's activities did not escape Emperor Kaito's notice. Spies whispered of strange lights and thunderous booms echoing across the frozen wastes. The Emperor listened intently, his brow furrowed in thought. His advisors urged him to match Frostspire's fire with fire to develop their own incendiary weapons. But Emperor Kaito scoffed at the idea. Fire was a fickle mistress, unpredictable, uncontrollable. He would put his faith in something more tangible, something enduring. He would forge an army clad in the finest steel, wielding weapons of unparalleled might. They would be an unstoppable force, a blazing sun, before which Frostspire's fireworks would be nothing but fleeting sparks. Section 6. Emperor Kaito's resolve. Emperor Kaito summoned his finest artisans and metalsmiths. He shared with them his vision, an army equipped with armor and weapons superior to any other. The artisans, inspired by their emperor's confidence, poured all their skill and dedication into the task. Mines across the blazing Sun Empire roared to life. The earth trembled as the finest iron ore was extracted. In the heart of the empire, colossal forges burned day and night, their flames reaching towards the heavens. The clang of hammers striking metal, a symphony of industry and war, resonated across the land. Section 7. Steel and Fire Brothers in Arms. The armor forged in the blazing sun's workshops was a sight to behold. Each piece was a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Lightweight yet incredibly strong, it gleamed like polished gold under the desert sun. The breastplates were etched with the symbol of the empire, a majestic phoenix, wings outstretched, ready to rise from any challenge. The weapons were no less impressive, swords so sharp they could cleave a man in two with a single blow. Axes that could shatter shields and bones with equal ease. The emperor spared no expense to equip his army. He would stake his claim on Zhonghua with an iron fist. Section 8. The Battle for Zhonghua. The day arrived when the two empires clashed. The plains of Zhonghua, once serene and fertile, became a battleground. The armies met under a sky heavy with foreboding. The air crackled with tension. Frostspire's forces, clad in furs and leathers, advanced in a wave of white and blue. Behind them, their artillery crews prepared their fiery arsenal. On the opposite side, the blazing sun's legions stood firm, a sea of gleaming steel under the midday sun. Their discipline was absolute, their resolve unshakable. Section 9. A sky of fire, a rain of steel. The battle began with a thunderous roar. Frostspire's artillery unleashed a barrage of rockets and firecrackers, painting the sky with streaks of fire. Explosions ripped through the blazing sun's ranks, sowing chaos and confusion. But the Emperor's warriors stood their ground, their discipline holding strong, shields interlocked, forming a wall of steel against the fiery onslaught. Archers returned fire, their arrows seeking out the enemy artillery crews. The battlefield was a maelstrom of fire and steel, the air thick with smoke and the cries of the wounded. Section 10. Aftermath. The battle raged for hours, a brutal dance of death and destruction. But as the day wore on, the tide began to turn. Frostspire's alchemists, in their relentless pursuit of innovation, had developed a new weapon: incendiary rockets, their payloads bursting into infernos upon impact. These proved to be the deciding factor. The sky rained fire, engulfing the blazing sun's ranks in searing heat. The Emperor's soldiers, their armor no match for the relentless flames, began to fall back. Emperor Kaito, his face blackened by smoke and defeat, watched in disbelief as his invincible army crumbled before his eyes.